great, sir. Appreciate you coming in. A lot of things going on. I know that last week we were here. We talked a little bit about the new road construction for the alternative route up on the north end there for the railroad. And as it's concerned, I saw them working again up there.
Yeah, they've been. The weather gave us a few days there this week to work on it. They're up there today again, and hopefully we can get that thing finished up by the first of next week. It's got a lot to do with the weather, though, because it is, when you're doing a road bed, you can't come in and after a rain you've got to let everything dry. But once you do it and it's wet, you've got problems forever. It's, for instance, it's like the Alabama interstate down there when they built all that. A lot of that was put in wet, and here all these years went by, and now they're having to go back and tear all that base down, concrete and everything, and re-asphalt it. So. That's just not what you do. But the biggest thing right now I've got, I told you last week we were going up, Billy and I, we have a quarterly meeting with the DOT. It's 15 counties, and it's in down in, used to be in Carterville. It's in White now at their main offices. And we go down and they give us a up-to-date of what is happening in the county and when the project's going to happen, when they're going to be bid out. And so the big thing in the counties, going on is we've been talking about this for almost a year now. These bridges that are going to be taken out and replaced. And I'll start with high school, and that's the high school, the bridge over there by the high school going across Lookout. It won't bid until it looks like January or February of 25. And the reason being is, at first it was really on the hot docket there, but they realized that, and they really went in depth explaining this, the actual detour they would have had to use if they were going to close that road, even for 16 days, 18 days, would have been down, by the hang gliders. They'd put all that traffic, and you can't do tractor trailers and trucks. And so they finally came over and we rode that road, and I explained to them and said, okay, well now they're doing, I think what's right, they're going to build a bridge, a temporary bridge on the up side of that creek, and actually have traffic flowing. It'll be slow. It'll be
one lane.
It'll be one lane.
It'll be one lane.
And it will be there'll be a red light there. Actually, so many cars, 10, 15 cars, whatever. And then it'll go. But the thing about it is, it will be down over a year. It's a 12 to 15 month project. So you're looking at a lengthy time for that to be that way. So it will.
And that's going to affect basically everybody in the Piney community and on Lookout
Mountain. Everything east of our city,
right,
of our county. You're either going to do that, or you're going to go down Burkhalter, and that will put quite a bit of traffic on Burkhalter. Because you can go down Burkhalter and you can cut through and come back down the valley there and come back across at New England there and come back in if you want to. And some people may do that. It may get, but anyway, it's just going to be.
So now they moved it back. It's going to be.
It'll be 25.
2 to 3 years down the road.
It'll be 25 before it bids, and that means it probably wouldn't start till early in 26. That's what what we've got right here. But then we've got the Squirreltown Creek Bridge, which is up. It's just north of Trenton. It's up at we turn to go to KOA, just past that. Now that bridge is going to be the first bridge, and in fact, it's going to bid. Actually here in January of 24, which is just, it's just on us. And so when that...
And Highway 11 will be detoured around by Sligo.
Right now it looks like it, yeah. It's going to be detoured, so that's big right there, because you'll be going around by the the KOA and coming around, that way. Now, I don't know how, they couldn't really answer me, but you can't, there's no way you could detour tractor trailers that way. Because there's a turn there at that movie theater. That's a night. You can't. There's no way. I don't know unless they're going to improve that somewhere. But that in their mind, that's
the alternative route.
That's the alternative. The only other thing would be is if they did put a bridge in like you're talking about, like we were talking about over there. A runaround bridge, and right now it does not say that. It is not in this in this chart right here. So we'll play it there, but it's going to be the first to be taken out. Now the other bridge is up on Sligo Road at the end of Sligo, where it crosses the interstate, and that's a massive span right there. That's going across 4 lanes of the interstate, and that's happening. Kind of as we speak. They've been doing a lot of engineering on that bridge, and they didn't give me actually on this, they didn't give us a let date on it. But, you know, it is on, in fact, I feel this one will start before it. I mean, well, actually, you know, they'll probably start, you know, the bid process on this first, which will be in January. But the, you know, they've got the bid date on the bridge up there, crossing the interstate there at 5/15/24, which would be a little bit later on in the year. But the way they kind of insinuated, they're going to be on that really before spoil time, because it's I guess from what I understand from them, it's in worse shape, the bridge is, you know, as far as, you know, the deterioration of it. So, but either way, it's going to affect people. I mean, it's going to, you know, it's going to affect people's route, and especially this one on 136. That'd be a big deal. That'd be a big, especially it being down that long. You're talking about possibly a year and a half, you know, of time it'll be down. So it's, you know, but still that'll happen. I'll say the construction, the way it looks like now, would probably start in late 25 or 26, you know, somewhere in there. It'll be it in early. So, but,
well, Commissioner, how can they get in touch with you if you probably sparked some questions here this morning talking about those bridges?
Yes, 423-667-8999, and that's my cell number. But I did want to mention one. I know we ain't got but a second, but also we discussed this, and I had the actual state engineer up here the week before. Is this traffic at 299, and you know, we keep talking about it. Unless you have been in that traffic or live up there, you don't understand what I'm talking about. This is major. I mean, this is something that's really, and they're really looking at this. I mean, they're doing a lot of engineering on it, and you know, there's even a possibility. I know we mentioned this 2 years ago.
Putting a roundabout.
Putting a roundabout up there. I mean, it's possible, because something's got to be done, either a red light or something, you know, to control that, to keep the traffic flowing. You know, because you can sit there forever and no one lets you out, and you got that stream coming. So,
well, if Highway 11 is busy, it's hard to get out.
It is, and it's getting more and more on that end of the county. So anyway, they are working on it. We're working with them on that. But now I don't know that roundabout. I don't know. They got them all over the state of Georgia. They got them in. I come through Carrollton the other day.
They're doing that instead of red lights now.
Yeah.
I mean, the states kind of went to that primarily.
They have. I mean, you know, down in Carrollton, their main state highway, Highway 27. You can't go down through that, and when you get to Carrollton, you got a massive, you know, right there at the entrance.
And that would have to be a big roundabout for all the tractor trailer.
You'd have to. It's got to be, and it's. But anyway, it might not be the way to go. I don't know, but it is being addressed, and we're going to stay on them until something happens, you know, up there. Okay.
All right.
But that's pretty much all I got. But,
well, great information. Actually.
Yeah, it was a good meeting.
To bring back to us. Thank you very much. Dade County Executive Ted Rumley, every Thursday morning, keeping us up to date what's happening with the county on the KWN Morning News. We thank him for being here.